Alright guys, we've got some massive Forsaken news to break down today, from a bunch of possible skins for the altar that could make it into the game, to some upcoming Valentine's skins, plus a possible design update for Elliot, and more. There's a lot to go over in this one. You definitely don't want to miss it, so let's get right into it. Now, I want to talk about some possible skin concepts for the altar that could actually make it in. So if you don't know, a little while ago, flowers ended up being fully scrapped from Forsaken. While that was disappointing for a lot of people, the developers already had a replacement character prepared. That replacement is the altar, who seems to have taken Flower's spot in the roster. As of right now, the altar is expected to release sometime in the coming months, possibly after Doombringer. Because of that, people have already started making skin concepts for the character, and honestly, some of them have been incredibly high quality. Recently, Kara, the creator of the altar, made a Twitter post saying they were putting together a Google document containing altar skin concepts that they personally liked and would vouch for once skin development begins. That immediately got the community making concepts. One of the first designs we got to see was based on the bacteria from the back rooms. Surprisingly, it fits the altar extremely well. The twisted body, blank face, and unsettling proportions all match the creepy style that the altar already has. After that, another concept managed to catch Kara's attention directly. This design had a much more fleshy appearance, with dark red colors covering most of the body, sharper claws, and a long pointed tail. It almost looked like the complete opposite of the altar's normal color palette. Kara even replied asking what the skin would be called, and the creator responded with the name Carnage, leading many people to believe it has a decent chance of being vouched for. There were also plenty of other interesting concepts shown off. One was based on the classic, content-deleted Roblox placeholder, while another took inspiration from Starman Deluxe. Both of them had very different styles, but still managed to fit surprisingly well with the altar's design. Finally, there was even a concept inspired by the Google Dino Run game. It sounds like a weird crossover, but the creator managed to make it work really well. The design still looked like the altar, while clearly referencing the famous dinosaur. Overall, it's great to see so many great concepts already being made before the character has even released. And with Kara personally looking through concepts and choosing favorites, these designs actually have a much better chance of becoming official than normal fan concepts. Of course, nothing has been confirmed yet, but if Kara ends up vouching for some of these designs when skin development begins, there's a real possibility we could eventually see them added to Forsaken. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Next, I want to talk about some upcoming Valentine's Day skins that could actually be releasing soon, because these recently started appearing in-game and honestly caught a lot of people by surprise. So if you didn't know, several developers were recently spotted using what looked to be unreleased Valentine's Day skins inside of Forsaken. And the reason this confused so many people is because Valentine's Day already passed quite a while ago for most players. Because of that, people initially assumed these skins were either scrapped or just old unfinished concepts. But apparently, there's still a chance these could release. One reason people have pointed out is that Valentine's Day events and celebrations don't happen at the exact same time everywhere around the world, so the developers might still be planning to release them anyway, despite the date already passing for many players. Now, as for the skins themselves, the first major one appears to be a brand new slasher skin. The skin has a pink themed outfit along with what looks like a face mask and hood. His axe has also been recolored bright pink, which already makes the skin stand out a lot compared to his usual darker appearances. But what's really interesting is that this skin actually received a full animation showcase, and instead of just reusing Slasher's normal animations, this one comes with entirely new walk, run, and raging pace animations. Honestly, they all look really polished and surprisingly high effort for what could just be an event skin. Apparently this skin is called Lovecore, and there's also a concept image floating around that shows even more details. In the concept, you can see that his hood actually has bunny ears attached to it. His chainsaw has been redesigned too, featuring a pink color scheme with a bear face on it, while the axe is wrapped in bows and ribbons. The next skin we got to see was for Shedletsky, and this one also looks heavily redesigned. Instead of his normal appearance, he seems to be based around Bright Eyes this time, wearing a pink shirt, a red scarf, multiple Valentine's accessories, and even a pink sword effect whenever she attacks. While the showcase for this skin was shorter, it still looked really clean overall. Then finally, we also got a look at what seems to be a Valentine's themed Noli skin called Lover's Quarrel Noli. This one honestly looks super polished. It features custom pink clothing, a redesigned crown, a fully customized body, and several unique details that make it stand out from his normal skins. So overall, it's still unclear whether these are unreleased upcoming skins or just scrapped concepts the developers were testing internally. But based on the showcases and polish they already have, it honestly wouldn't be surprising if these eventually made their way into the game. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Now, I want to talk about the possibility of Elliot getting updated to use his original package. So as most of you know, Elliot currently uses the blocky body in Forsaken. But if you knew him before Forsaken, especially from work at a pizza place, then you'll know that Elliot actually used the Robloxian 2.0 package instead. For a while now, some players have questioned why Forsaken changed him to the blocky style in the first place. And Elliot isn't the only character people have brought this up for either. Guest was one of the first characters to be called out for being changed into a blockier version of himself, and after that, Builderman and Elliot also started getting brought into the conversation. A lot of players simply aren't huge fans of these characters being forced into the blocky style, especially when their original packages are such a recognizable part of their design. For many people, it just feels more natural and accurate for those characters to keep the look they originally had. Well, recently, Chilled Bunny, who's a contributor for Forsaken, decided to take this idea and actually remake Elliot around it. We first got to see Elliot's skins with his original Robloxian 2.0 package, and honestly they looked really good. The proportions fit them perfectly, and their overall design just felt much closer to how Elliot is supposed to look. After that, Chilled Bunny also updated Elliot's default model itself. He was given brand new detailed clothing, which honestly looked great, and of course he kept the Robloxian 2.0 package in that version as well. Then after a bit more work, Chilled Bunny finished the project by updating most of Elliot's skins to use the original package too. Some skins were kept in their blocky form, mainly because they weren't directly tied to Elliot's original design, but overall the remodels looked really strong, and honestly I do think these versions look better than the current blocky style. They feel more accurate to Elliot, more natural, and they just fit his identity a lot better. The most interesting part is that Chilled Bunny has already reached out to Forsaken about adding these changes, and considering they've had work added into the game before, like the 2-time remodels, there's definitely a real chance this could happen, and if it does, it could open the door for other characters like Guest and Builderman to eventually get their original packages back too. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Lastly, I want to talk about the super cool stun immunity rework that was recently shown off. So, as most of you know, the current stun immunity system is pretty simple. Whenever a killer gains stun immunity, a Spawnism logo appears inside of them for a short duration, showing that they're temporarily immune to being stunned again. The system works perfectly fine, and for the most part people haven't had many complaints about it. The biggest issue players have pointed out is that it can sometimes be difficult to see, especially during chaotic moments in a match. Well, recently we got a sneak peek at what appears to be a planned rework for the effect. In the showcase, Noz gets stunned and then immediately gains stun immunity. Instead of the current effect, 3D Spawnism logos begin floating around him while the immunity is active. Once the immunity duration ends, the effect fades away. Honestly, it's a pretty noticeable upgrade. Not only does it look much cleaner visually, but it also fixes the visibility issues that some players had with the old version. It's much easier to tell at a glance when a killer is protected from stuns. Of course, since this is Twitter, there were immediately some complaints. Some people argued that the effect actually looks too high quality for Forsaken's art style, while others said they preferred the simplicity of the original effect. There were also players who felt that the new sound effects were a little excessive, and some suggested that the game should simply use Roblox's standard blue force field effect instead. Personally, I think a lot of those complaints are a bit overblown. The effect is only active for a few seconds at a time, so it's not like it's constantly cluttering the screen. It also doesn't block visibility nearly as much as some people are making it out to. More importantly, it solves an actual issue by making stun immunity much easier to see during gameplay. At the end of the day, it feels like a pretty straightforward improvement to an already functional system. It keeps the same purpose as the original effect while making it more visible and clean. Anyways, that's all the Forsaken news for today. Remember to stay safe, and I'll catch you all in the next one.